All right. Hi there, and welcome to my first ever Periscope item. My name's Tony Kensington, and I'm from Aspirations Accountancy, and I'm here today with Jenny, who from Chrysalis, who looks after my marketing. And so, whether you're watching live or watching the recording, I hope you enjoy the broadcast and get something useful out of it. So we were just having a chat this morning about our Christmas party that we had on last Friday at Aspirations, and just brought up a few questions and queries about how that might be treated in the company's accounts.
Excellent. So, Tony, tell me a little bit about how I can maximise my Christmas party.
Well, what could be, because obviously Jenny has a limited company like a lot of people, but is only for herself, and is a case of, well, how can I have a Christmas party?
It's very lonely having a Christmas party with just one. I keep saying that to people. It's a bit lonely. Who do you pull the cracker with?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, do you get the waiter to come over? And it's perhaps quite a common misconception that just because you're a party of one, you are allowed to take a guest along.
Oh, okay.
So
Excellent.
the HMRC say actually appreciate you don't want to be there on your own.
Yeah.
So bring a guest along, and they can get the same tax treatment as you.
Okay. So what does that mean? How much is that?
Right. What that actually means is that you have a budget of £150 a head to spend on your Christmas party.
Really?
Yeah. So you and your friend, you can have your Christmas party up to a budget of £300.
Okay. Excellent. And that's just for my Christmas party?
Doesn't have to be Christmas. It's known as the allowance for Christmas party, but actually you can have that event at any time of the year.
Okay. So can I spend £150 each time for every entertainment that I do?
That might be just a bit too generous for HMRC's purposes, because what they do is that you have £150. I've got a question there about an allowance. Well, what I mean by that is that you can spend £150 per person per tax year.
Okay.
So if you was to spend £155, say, then the whole amount would become taxable.
Right. Okay.
Not just the £5 over the 150, but the whole £155. So you have to be careful on the receipts and what you actually put through your accounting records. Otherwise, the taxman will come along, and then you will feel foul of spending that much.
Okay.
But as you said, is that just one event? Well, it doesn't have to be one event. It could be 2 or 3 events that you have throughout the course of the year. So if you wanted to have a quarterly meeting, then you've got £37.50 per head per event to spend.
Okay, and does that include VAT, or is VAT on top of that?
No, that is the amount that includes the VAT.
Okay, all right.
So yeah, you have to look at that total price for your event.
Okay.
And that includes anything. So it can be your transport to there, whether you're on the train, obviously getting a taxi back, or if you've got a nominated driver, you can obviously pay them a mileage allowance, and that's all allowed within your £150 a head budget.
All right. So what are the key criteria that I've got from HMRC?
Well, as you would expect from HMRC, they do specify some quite specific things that you do have to meet. The first thing is that the £150 per head is for all your annual events, as we said earlier. So if you spend £50 at one, say your summer barbecue, then you've got £100 to spend at your Christmas do. If there's a special one-off event, like you've had a 10th anniversary celebration, then that is excluded from that £150. So if it is a year where you have something special, then that is in addition to the £150 a head. As I said earlier, if you do go over that £150 a head budget, then it will be taxed on the whole amount. So really do take care there that your total invoices and receipts that you put through divided by the number of people that attended. And that's not just your employees. Hi there, Jordan. Nice to join us. as I say, that includes employees. It does include partners as well.
Okay.
So, as I say, for you with
Yeah.
your event, then that's a £300 budget.
Okay. So if I had, yeah, we can answer questions outside the Christmas party. What would you like to know? It is getting busy now.
Yeah.
Excellent. So in terms of business entertaining, what's the difference then? So if I wanted to take some of my suppliers out to say thank you, do I have the same allowance, or is that accounted something differently?
No, unfortunately not. HMRC are very specific about business entertaining, and that is not allowed for corporation tax or for the VAT, unless it's an overseas supplier.
Right. Okay.
In which case, then that would be allowable.
Okay. Cool. All right. So is there anything else that I need to be aware of in terms of my Christmas party or my annual events, and how to help save money through tax allowances?
So again, as I said, with the annual event, it is just to make sure that you obviously do keep the receipts.
There we go.
Question coming through there. So it's a new business, sole trader. What do I need to keep in terms of receipts?
There we go.
Okay, well, I was just talking about receipts. And what we advise is that any time you spend on your business, whether you've actually started trading yet or not, or whether you're actually started trading and it's actually something to do with the business, whether it's a travel to a meeting, whether it's stationery, your phone, any computers, any equipment that you need, then keep the receipt. And what we would advise as accountants, if you have any receipts that you have any doubt about, is to keep those into a separate pile, list them out on a spreadsheet, and then send them in with the others and say to your accountant, I've got these expenditure, I'm not sure whether it's going to be allowed for business. Make a little note next to each line of expense what it was for, and then we'll be in a position to advise you properly. But we always say it's best to put it in than to leave it out, and then you won't get any allowance for it at all against your tax bill.
And is this only applicable for limited companies?
The allowance you get for the Christmas party is a limited company allowance. So unfortunately, the sole traders out there, you're not going to get a tax benefit. Okay. So another benefit for incorporating your business, which I know that you've done this year.
Yes, I have just this year. Yeah, moved from a sole trader to a limited company. So all these things are all new to me, and I'm still learning and finding out what areas I can and can't do.
Yeah, I mean, starting out a new business, there is so many things out there that you may or may not be aware of, and going to the HMRC website can be challenging from getting those informations. It's why one of the things that we do for our clients is to give a list each year of what the 70 top tax saving ideas are going to be for your business and for you as individuals, so that when you're thinking about how can I make sure I'm claiming all the allowances, I'll make it different. Yeah. You're not wrong there. Just a comment there about it being made difficult, and it certainly is. Which is why we put them into a 70 tip document. It's not 70 pages long. It's about 10 pages, so it's a bit manageable. And it just goes through the basics that you can claim for in your business that you may not be aware of when, claiming for a new bike or computer, say, and making sure that you've got your company structured right, so you're taking full advantage.
Yeah. And I think Georgian put a message up there about his mobile phone. So his mobile phone is something that can be used for business purposes.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are ways that we can do that as well.
Yeah, and again, if you're a limited company, you'll just put through the whole expenditure, and your business calls and your personal calls will all be allowed. Whereas if you're a sole trader, then you do need to apportion what your business percentage is. Okay. And then the personal percentage is then disallowed when calculating tax.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay.
So, yeah, so any of you guys out there that are hi there. Any of you guys out there that would like a list of our 70 top tax tips, then if you go to www.aspirationsaccountancy.co.uk, you can download them there.
Excellent.
And then have a flick through, and if you've got any questions, we'll be delighted to have a chat with you about them and see if we can give you some help.
Fabulous. Excellent.
Right, well, I think I've covered, excellent, oh, thank you for that. Bonjour. I'm afraid that's the extent of my French, pardon. Yeah, so that's kind of brought us to the end of our very first Periscope. If you have any questions, then please do come in via the website. If not, we'll then catch up with you next time when we'll be dealing with challenges for buy-to-let landlords and the new dividend tax that comes in.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay. Right.
Thanks, Tony.
Right. Thank you, Jenny. Thanks,
Bye.
guys. Bye.